Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another anime episode review. I am the Rat, and this is The Rat's Nest. I am joined as always by Kyle. Say hi, Kyle.
Hello, everybody. Might sound a little bit different, but that's because in honor of reaching the halfway point of the new season of Mushoku Tensei, Brandon got me a new headset. Yay!
That's
Yay! Thank
exactly
you.
what I did. I give so much money away. I should
Yeah.
give money out to other people, but I'm not going to because I don't have any money. Mushoku Tensei, Season 2, Core 1, Episode 12. I wanted to tell you. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the episode. I actually already clicked off of it, but I'm pretty sure it's I Want to Tell You.
These episode names are mid. I'll be honest.
You're mid, so I'll be honest.
No, this show's mid.
Mid show. That's literally the name of it. Mid show. I loved this episode. Resident light novel reader. I loved this show. I love this show. I do love this show. I loved this episode so much, dude. Seeing it all come together, seeing Core 1 come together, and just the culmination of that. I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
The end of an era, man. It's the end of the Erectile Dysfunction arc.
It's finally
Never gonna be
over.
the same.
It's finally concluded. It's
Never gonna be the same.
It's so over. It's Goj over, you could say. Oh wait, that's the wrong series. I apologize. That's the wrong series.
Walk it back.
I ain't never gonna walk nothing back.
But yeah, it's sad to see the Erectile Dysfunction arc end, but I did like the episode as a whole. It's sad letting that one go, but I am excited to see what the next arc is, because I heard that there's this really interesting arc called the school arc of Mushoku Tensei.
Yeah, I know. Now we get into school arc, dude. That's crazy, dude. I can't wait for school arc.
Not wait to start that.
Oh my gosh, dude. School arc is going to be so great. Like, dude, we meet some really kooky characters. Like, there's these two beast people that we meet. They're pretty funny.
You can't call them people.
It's so true. Anyways, with all that said, very sad to see it end, but we can touch on that more. Would you like to just get straight into the episode, Kyle?
Let's just dive head first into it.
Let's. So, we come in and we're in the cave, right? Continuation of the cave scene, where basically we see Rudy and Sylphie try to get down, try to do the nasty, try to do
down and dirty.
Yeah, basically they're trying to have sex. They're trying to fuck until the walls peel. That's what they're trying to do. And so
whoa.
They try to start,
Dude.
right? But Rudeus realizes that there's a little bit of an issue with that, in that he sadly cannot get it up.
His tent cannot be pitched.
How devastating must that be, do you think?
On a scale of 1 to 10, what's that stupid Pax? Yeah, it's Pax levels of tragic.
Pax, that's so true. Pax is one of the most tragic characters in Mushoku Tensei, easily.
And so I put the failure of pitching his own tent in the same tier as Pax.
Absolutely. I would 100% agree with you that it's up there. So, obviously sad to see. And so Rudy is like, oh, whatever. And so Sylphie's like, oh, don't feel bad. And Rudeus apologizes, and he's like, I've been like this for 3 years. And it's just, it's sad to see because, he got hard a little while ago, right? In the library.
Okay, I want to say one thing real quick.
Yeah.
It's really crazy to think that the entirety of this core has just taken place over 3 years casually.
Yeah, basically.
Like, more than. Which that's another thing that I kind of like about Mushoku Tensei, where time flows very quickly, but it feels like that time flow progresses naturally.
Yeah.
Like, I really didn't stop to even consider that until this episode, where it's like, yeah, I mean, it was only a few weeks ago to us where we started the Erectile Dysfunction arc, but, I mean, this has taken place over years for him.
Yeah, no, it's been 3 years, and it's still haunting him in the cave, bro.
Yeah, 5 or 10 years at least, it's been a while.
10 years at least, dude. That's crazy. What, getting hard? I don't want that. But we see it's just a nice scene between the two of them, and so they're like, well, can't do anything, right? They pack up their stuff and they head out. We get a very nice scene of the two of them standing on the mountain looking out, and this episode, I just loved seeing Rudy and Sylphie together. So as a light novel reader, and knowing they were going to get together. Like, it's so good to finally see them like as a couple, and we'll get there. I was telling Kyle at the end of the episode. I said,
"What do you mean we'll get there? We're already there."
No. Me when I listen and information is revealed. That's crazy. We'll get there. But I told Kyle once the episode finished, I said, I'm so glad they left it where they did, because now I don't have to hide the fact that they get married for 6 months. And like I can call her Sylphie Grey Rat, because it's weird not to. It's weird. I mean, it's weird to think that like, oh yeah, she's not Sylphie Grey Rat. She's still not technically yet, because they're not like legally bound and wed before Holy
You're not
Saint
even
Miller's.
Sylphie. It's only this Fitz character that we know of.
No. Fitz is Sylphie. Oh, you might have missed last episode. Yeah, it got recommended to less people. You might have. It's a little YouTuber humor for you, you guys out there. Oh, but just getting to see that, it's just I think it's done super super well. In this
it was pretty wholesome to see.
Yeah,
I liked seeing them get together, and I liked how this episode progressed with their relationship up until the end with the marriage thing. But that's later. That's later. We can talk about the now after they get off the mountain. After they get off,
Yeah, and so just getting to see Rudeus like happy and with someone who loves him and someone that he loves.
He needs it, man. He needs it.
He just needs it. He deserves it. He's a king. He's a king.
He's a goat.
He is the GOAT. He is the greatest of all time. But
goat
we
Deus,
see
if you will.
them go back into town, right? And they kind of go their separate ways. Sylvie's like, yeah, I'm tired. Gotta go report to Ariel. So she goes, reports to Ariel and Luke, and she tells them everything.
And reports everything.
She comes in first, and Ariel's like, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that it didn't work out. Like, here, spare me no details. Tell me how it went." And she's like, "Honestly, yeah, it was pretty stupid. Who would just strip someone because they were gonna freeze?" And Sophie was like, "Well, about that.
It happened. Yeah,
about that." And so she tells them all the details. And Ariel's like, he has ED. That's lame. What an idiot. He should just.
And Luke steps up to bat. Luke steps up to bat, and he fucking swings.
Dude,
as he explains how like it's natural, and he sympathizes with Rudeus. And also he's based because he looks at Sylphie and goes, I have no attraction to you, twice.
No, he's absolutely based because yeah, he steps up for Rudeus. So it's like, obviously Luke is the GOAT, best character in Mushoku Tensei, hands down.
I don't know about that.
And then he's like, I've got a solution. He's like, I've got this, Sylphie, don't worry. He runs and he goes and he grabs the aphrodisiac from like episode 5 or 6, maybe 7. I don't know. I can't really remember. Like episode 5 or 6 or 7 or wherever. And he's like, yeah, he's been holding on to it. Which I said while we watched, Kyle, I can explain how he has that, because you were like, how did he get his hands on that? So
yeah,
with the physical volumes of the manga, like each volume has a side story written by the author as like bonus content, right, for like buying the volume release. And one of the volume side stories follows how Luke got that.
Oh, neat.
I don't know if that's like this. I can't remember if that's like the specific focus of that, or if that's just like was something else that was happening during the story, because there's at least one other with Luke, I think. If they're either one or they're two separate ones. I can't remember exactly, but it was explained there. He was sleeping with a woman and she gave it to him as a gift. That's the basic rundown.
Oh, neat.
Those side stories are also where we got the ReZero crossover, which I don't think you knew existed. But there
no,
it's
stupid
canon,
and dumb, and I
canon
hate it.
ReZero Mushoku Tensei crossover.
No, why is there a canon crossover?
Guys,
all right,
pretty
side
good.
note.
It's actually pretty
I'm gonna say this for all the people who might get mad at me not liking ReZero. I like season 1. I don't like season 2. Moving on.
Just dropping the hottest take of the video. All right. Let's hit it.
Yeah,
but
we'll see who the real fans are who watch partway through to argue with me. You're wrong, by the way.
That's
anyway,
true. You can't argue with you unless you watch halfway through the video. But Luke comes back. He gives him the bottle, and he's like, "Look, Sylphie, we were good friends, right? But the gray rat men, Wallahi genetics, right? We only like big titty ladies, right? And yes. You just don't have that. You're ugly. You're hideous. I'm not attracted to you at all. Like, I hate your figure. you need this aphrodisiac to get Rudeus even slightly interested in you because you're ugly and you're hideous and I hate you. Give me $200. That's what he's like, basically. That's how I interpreted it, at least, you know?
According to my interpretation, yeah, I understand.
It was foretold by the scribes. Source? Yeah, it was revealed to me in a dream.
Source? I made it up.
But we get to see then Ariel gives Sylphie 2 Asura gold coins. And she said, "This is my spending money for the month. Like, it's the most that I can give you now."
2 gold schmeckles?
2 gold schmeckles, bro. She gets 2 doubloons. 2 whole doubloons, dude. 2 you know. So Sylphie goes and she uses the 2 doubloons to buy a really fancy wine and snacks. And then she goes to Rudeus's room and she brings the wine and snacks. She brings the aphrodisiac and she's like, all right, we're heading out. We're hitting it. He's hitting it, at least. I'm letting him hit it. That's what she's like. And so she knocks on the door, goes in. They meet, and you know, she's like, "Oh, I just want to celebrate our reunion." And Rudeus is like, "Yeah, here's to forever." You know, I loved all of it. And we get to see them. I loved this shot specifically, where it's just the shot like from the fireplace.
They're sitting on the bed.
Yeah, and they're just sitting on the bed, and they're just like. It just sits there, and we just see their conversation. Like, it's so simple, but I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty nice scene, because whenever I first watched it, I was like, oh, she spiked it, which me being me, I forgot that she had the aphrodisiac in her pocket whenever she brought the wine.
Yeah, we were watching it, and Kyle was like, there's so many ways this could go wrong. I'm like, yeah, I guess so.
and none of them went wrong because it's just me when guys look, reading comprehension.
Just let Rudeus
and,
be happy, Kyle. Let him be happy. He deserves to be happy.
After this scene, you know, he was sad a little bit and then he was happy.
That's true. So
yeah,
they're drinking, they're talking, very lovely scene, dialogue wise, everything. And then she pulls out the aphrodisiac. He drinks half of it, she drinks half of it. They're chilling.
Okay, I wanna say one thing. I like how honest she is about it. Because when I first watched it, I was like, oh, she gonna be a little sneaky and like sneak it in. No, she just pulls it out and says, this is a strong ass aphrodisiac. If you have it, you're gonna want to have sex. And then
she doesn't actually say it's an aphrodisiac. She says it's a medicine for his ED.
For the bit, Brandon. For the bit.
For the bit. Okay.
For the bit. You're gonna be like a ravenous animal, basically.
Yeah, she pulls it out and says, "You're gonna go beast mode." Wow, is that a Mushoku Tensei episode 6 review reference? Pretty sure that's what
No. She pulls it out and says, "You're gonna go berserk."
Whoa! No way! Like nuts? That's crazy. I love that guy who goes,
"Yeah, that's
what time." That's my favorite quote of him.
Rudeus is gonna be nuts, you know.
No freaking way. But dude, first he's got to lose a hand because Nuts has lost a hand. So he's got to lose a hand first. He already has the demon eye, so he's already lost an eye, but he's got to lose a hand first. And he's got to get like a big ass like suit of armor. Then he's nuts, and
a broadsword, and like a giant
sword. And like a machine gun because Nuts has a machine gun, dude.
He does? There's no way.
Dude, yeah, he has like it's like a weird like bow thing on his arm or something. It can go really, really fast. So it's like a machine gun.
Awesome.
It's based. But yeah, so basically they drink the aphrodisiac. Rudeus goes, all right. He's like LeBron James. He's like, I felt like it was my time. He said, I felt like I love it. I love every bit of it. That's what it's like all those sports quotes you see on Twitter. And you see,
I will be there no matter what.
And basically they have sex, right?
Yeah,
you could say that you know if we're trying to mince word, they have sex, right? But then so this was extremely interesting. So I haven't mentioned this to you yet, Kyle. They changed the scene.
Like what?
If I'm remembering the light novel correctly, in the light novel manga, I could be wrong. I know at least the manga. It's been I guess a second since I've read the light novel for this. But Rudeus wakes up and Sylphie is next to him. And so it's like the parallel. So there's not like the second where he thinks he's been abandoned again, which I mean, I loved the way they animated
I
it.
like that. I like that better because it really did kind of. It really felt like he finally got over that final hurdle of abandonment, where to wake up and see that she was gone, and him just thinking like, "Oh my God, I've been abandoned." It all like the world caves in on himself temporarily before she walks in. Was like, "Yeah, I just went to like change or whatever," and he just gives her a big ol' hug and is like, "Thank you." That
Yeah.
was really touching to me.
No, absolutely, it was extremely touching. But they did. So I was like, that's very interesting. I was like, that's. I mean, not like such a random change to make because
No,
I think that they did it very, very well. But I just wasn't
that was
expecting it at all.
that was a meticulous change,
Yeah. No, absolutely. But
carefully crafted change.
and then, he hugs her, and he says, "I'm cured."
It's
Kyle,
over. God
it's
damn
over.
it! It's over.
The erectile
So
dysfunction
good,
arc.
over.
It's over now.
Brandon, I'm gonna miss that bit. I'll never forget seeing it for the first time for a year. To reiterate for the people who didn't watch the episode where this was stated, for like a year's worth of time, Brandon made a joke about an erectile dysfunction arc in Mushoku Tensei, and I was like, aha, yeah, that's kind of funny, whatever. And then I got to the episode, and I lost my shit. And so it kind of feels like the end of an era, you know? On the one hand, I'm sad to see it go, but I'm happy that Rudeus is through it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then core 2, we get payoff to a joke that I've been sowing the seeds for even deeper, even longer since
Oh,
that.
God.
I cannot wait for the reveal for me to be like, "Hey Kyle, by the way, remember this?" And you're going to be like, "There is no fucking way you said that all the way back then." But I absolutely did. But
I can say he did in fact beat the allegations.
He did. It's over. It's over.
Oh, what he da.
The erectile
It's
dysfunction
over.
arc is sadly done. Don't be sad because it's over.
Be happy that it
Smile
happened.
because it happened. Exactly.
I know.
But he's cured. I love this scene. Just her coming back to him. Rudeus hasn't had that before. He's always had people leaving him. And this is even kind of going back into, this is obviously seeded from Eris, right? Eris and Sarah and all that, those abandonment issues. It is also, though, I think, kind of seeded back to his original life because there were people there who just kind of abandoned him. There was his friend who stopped coming by, that kind of thing. For someone to come back like Sylphie did, for someone to show that she cares about him that much, I mean, I can't even begin to imagine how deeply that meant to Rudeus.
Yeah.
It's just, I love it. I love him and Sylphie. It's a great relation. And I remember whenever I first read all this in the web novel, I was just like, damn, this is great. And so getting to see it in anime form is like, it's so good to see it again. I very thoroughly enjoyed all that. So then we get into the final scene, which is we see that Rudeus is like meeting with Luke, Sylphie, and Ariel, and he's like kneeling down and he's like, thank you for helping cure my ED. You helped Sylphie out. If you ever need anything at all, I pledge my service. And Luke's like, oh, well, I thought you didn't get into, the dirty business with Asura nobles and their clashes and whatever. Yeah, and politics. I thought you were centrist, Rudeus. And Rudeus is like, he's like, I don't want to, he said, but if my beloved is in them, I simply can't ignore it. It's like, bro, dude, bro's the Rizzler, bro's got a degree in quantum physics, bro. Bro's got a restraining order. And basically, he's just like, and Ariel's like, well, don't you have other things? And he's like, I do have a duty to find my family and that kind of thing. That's kind of my thing. One of my family members is still missing. And Ariel's like, oh, that's fine. We can wait until you're done with that. I don't have anything to do. Like, my stuff can wait until after your stuff. I've got time. Right. She's like, this isn't an immediate thing. What she does say is she's like, but what are you going to do now? And he's like, huh? And she's like, well, you've cured your ED. You have the whole reason you came to the university in the first place was to do so. And now you've done it. Congrats. And now the only other thing you have to do is find your mother. So now, are you just going to leave Sylphie? After all of this, are you just going to leave Sylphie and go off and find your mother and leave university? You don't have any reason to be here anymore. And Rudeus is like, no. He's like, I'm not going to do that. And she's like, so what are you going to do then? And Rudeus is like, well, I'll marry her. And Sylphie's like, huh? And Luke is like, blah. And Ariel's like, tee-hee. That's crazy.
Fucking tee-hee, yeah.
Yeah, so Sylphie and Rudeus are going to get married. And
okay, but
Ariel teases Sylphie and is like, Sylphie Grey Rat. And we get the animation budget. But yes, Kyle, say your piece.
But like, I get it. Like, when I was watching it, I was like, I wonder when Eris is gonna show up, because there's no way that the relationship that was set up between him and Eris, just like, okay, I Sylphie Grey Rat and all, but like, when's Eris gonna show up again? That's crazy. And then it showed the ending.
I told you, dude. Turning point 4, because there's 4 letters in Eris's name, Eris.
And then it showed Brandon exiting out of the episode, which I thought was still part of the episode, because there's no way it would end on that point without showing Eris, So like, yeah, that was yeah. But my honest thoughts are, I liked it. I'm a little confused as to where it's gonna go. Brandon has seen all this. He's read all this, so he knows like the general direction. I don't really. It's not that it came out of left field. I think they did a good job slowly building up their relationship, and then it gets revealed, and then they have like 1 or 2 episodes. It's revealed that Mr. Fitz is actually Mrs. Fitz, and then the reunion, and then this episode, I think it was built up to pretty well. I just don't really know where it's gonna go, and I get it. Funny me when information gets revealed and I watch it and process it over time, but like, I don't know. It kind of left me on a weird note, like a more positive note, yeah, but still just a little weird note. Like, I just don't know where it's gonna go.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a conclusion. Like this is definitely the end of Core 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, it leaves in like to say like directionless place, but I mean, yeah. The only thing on the plate is rescuing Zenith. Like, that's the only thing on the plate. And Rudeus has just been like, well, like, I'm not going to leave Sylphie. Like, I'm going to marry Sylphie.
There's other school stuff. He still has the Banana Hoshi stuff he's doing. He still has the stuff with Zenoba and Julie. Honestly, the Zenoba and Julie stuff, I thought that was going to be a lot more important. But, like, he just kind of got a slave for him, and that was it.
She's learning how to make figurines, Kyle.
Yeah, like a lot of stuff's just slowly churning in the background while Rudeus gets married and becomes, Rudeus Grey Rat. That's crazy.
That's so, dude. It's been so weird not referring to Rudeus as Rudeus Grey Rat, because like I've known that his name is Rudeus Grey Rat for so long, since he took the last name in the marriage, dude. That's so true.
Yeah. But no, all in all, this was a good episode. And are we gonna save a general season talk for another episode?
Yes. So, very good episode, right? I loved it. I love that Rudeus and Sylphie are getting married. I think that it's great. I love it. I love the way that they adapted it. I can't wait to see everything that comes next in Core 2. But yes, so this is where we get down to the business, right? So, going forward, obviously, right, if you're watching at this point, you like Mushoku Tensei. The plans. That's in a second, Kyle. That's in a second. The plans. Kyle and I will be doing a full review of Mushoku Tensei Season 2 Core 1 that will come out at some point soon. We will also do a speculation video as to kind of seeing what's still out there. What does Kyle think? Obviously, I can't speculate. Other than that, we're planning on doing tier lists of stuff to keep Mushoku Tensei content rolling in the dead period. I also want to announce for all you light novel fans out there, I have in fact bought volumes 17 and 19, so I now own 17 through 19. I can't promise they're going to be out every Saturday because I have school and stuff, and I'm currently reading another book, but just be on the lookout. Those videos will be coming out, those reviews. That's been a blast talking with everyone there. just getting to talk about Mushoku Tensei, right? Other than that, I've been thinking about doing a series where I go through each manga volume and talk about the adaptation of that, and to kind of see like, okay, what was cut, what's still there, that kind of thing, and just seeing how well adapted, because I have the unpopular opinion of liking the manga. Most of it, and I can't defend all of it. I can't defend all of it. I can't defend that scene in Shirone. I can't defend all of the manga adaptation, but I sure as heck can defend some of it. But we want to hear from you guys. What is Mushoku Tensei or other content that you guys want to see? Like,
look. Yeah. We use a strong word. I want to hear from you guys.
That's true. Kyle wants to hear from you guys. Not me. I hate all of you so much. And so, like, is there an anime in a season you guys want us to watch that you guys would be like, yeah, that'd be sick. That'd be awesome. One such thing that we're going to be watching next season is Rising of the Shield Hero. If there's interest in that, we could do that. We could record our episodes. I know the stuff Kyle doesn't. It'd be a very similar dynamic to Mushoku Tensei. Other than that, just let us know your guys' ideas. Now, as we come to the end of the episode, I want to do something that I've been planning on since a while ago. I mentioned a while back, I credited someone for a joke. And I was wrong with that. I'm going to correct myself. I was absolutely wrong with that. And no one corrected me in the comments. Not the two people involved, the person who actually made the joke and the person who I gave credit to. No one corrected me. But I was like, well, I can't shout out everyone. And then I was like thinking about it after the episode. I was like, well, why can't I shout out everyone? So I have here a list of everyone who has commented under a video so far in this series. And I'm going to shout out everyone. So,
how many names are there?
I don't know. There's a lot.
Okay.
There's a lot. So we get the first one, the guy who commented first on episode 0 review, so I assume that he was first, is Sam E. Congrats, Sam E, for doing so. I now want to give a shout out to the 3 most commented people on here. Number 1 most commented is Lucas Van Wijengarden. I apologize for butchering your name. That's Lucas. Lucas, I falsely credited you for a joke, and I would like to apologize for that. The Buddy Daddy was not your joke, and I sincerely apologize. But thank you for commenting. He only missed 2 episodes. That's pretty impressive. Second is FVA, who actually made the Buddy Daddy joke. So I'm sorry, FVA. I apologize that I didn't credit you for your joke, but now you get the credit. And third is Christopher, in third place for most videos commented under. Then we get SRTMZ, Infinite Bolt, Rumpelstilts Tinkerstein, Instant Ramen, Calruxio, Diego Gonzalez, VASQ, Aiden P, X2J Halo, Plum Pudu, OP, Piggy Steelheart, Chris Agai, Condi Nguyen, Stephen Rhodes, Shrill Spade, Profiles X, Andrew Martin. I saw that you changed your @ which kind of confused me, but I figured out it was you. Riselboom, Low Lawfuls, Piticlus the Breather, Harry Horseman, Thomas Boyles, Mech Let's Plays, Boku Watobi, Leafy, Mott Risters Janum, Mash C, Heather Gonzalez Morales, Valentine Lorenzo, Nate Noodle, Landon Mowdy, Quarantine Summers, King T. Lozo, Matthew Brooks, finally BTS Mule Gaming. Shout out to BTS Mule Gaming. That's totally not my friend Trevor. Now, I've saved the most important for last, because there is someone who has commented who I have not shouted out yet, but I absolutely need to specially shout him out. And I apologize if I mispronounce your name. Banani Apina. Now, Banani Apina, he has an Orsted profile picture, if you've seen him. The thing that's special about him, I'm about to give him so much clout in my comment sections. He was my very first subscriber. I don't even know if he knows that. He was my very first subscriber. Day 1, one of the first videos I uploaded on day 1, because I uploaded 5 to start the channel, was a review of Mushoku Tensei Volume 10. Day 1, he commented on it and told me how much he enjoyed it. And that meant so much to me. day one, I get my first subscriber, and a dude who loves the same favorite series as I do commented, and I was just like, that's awesome. And then he kept coming back, which I was like, that's insane. So I wanted to give an especially special shout out to you, man. And thank you, everyone who, even if you haven't commented or if I somehow missed your name, I sincerely apologize. This has been an insane series. I went from 83 subscribers, I think, at the beginning of it to 231 at the time of recording. I got 2 new most viewed videos. Sex Fruit, the One Piece chapter review, was finally dethroned, and then Banana Hoshi was dethroned by Rudeus gay arc. This has just been absolutely insane. I've very thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you all for the support. I don't know what else to say. This has been an absolute blast, and the next 6 months are gonna hurt waiting. It's gonna hurt.
I counted. I'm pretty sure it was 40 people on the dot that you listed off for commenting. So thank you all 40 or so people for commenting and having some fun engagement for the series. I'm very happy that I was able to join in on a series like this and be a part of it. And I'm just excited to continue to be on more and get into more fun Mushoku Tensei talks with everyone, because the series has definitely grown on me a lot. I remember when I first watched it, it was just okay for me, but upon rewatching it and seeing season 2, I think it's growing on me.
Absolutely, dude. Rudeus is growing up too. Isn't that crazy?
I know. I can't wait until the next core, and it ages 2 years.
2 years. But I want to say I'm going to announce this, right? The formal announcement. It's not really a huge thing, but it's been cooking for a while. I will at some point, because it's going to take a while. I have formally started editing. I have a full video essay talking about the prologue of Mushoku Tensei in the works. It's completely different from anything I've ever posted before, but it's been in the works. It's probably going to take me 2 months to edit it at this rate, just because I can only work on it on the weekends. But please be on the lookout for that. So, genuinely, thank you all for watching. Do you have any final thoughts to say, Kyle, before I wrap up the core?
Not too much. Again, thank you, everyone, and I look forward to seeing what happens after the 6-month time skip.
So, if you're this far in the video, and obviously there's something you liked, especially if you sat through me reading through everyone's name. So, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling us what you thought about the episode. Now, I of course, I can't predict who's going to comment on this. I wish I could. That'd be kind of sick. If I could, and I could put your name in here. You guys to leave a comment. It'd be cool. So, genuinely, as I've said, thank you all for watching. We certainly hope that you guys have enjoyed the past 3 months of this. It's been a blast, just getting to interact with all of you guys and getting to watch and record with Kyle and just indulging in Mushoku Tensei. We will see you all next time, which will be sooner than 6 months. We'll make videos. Bye-bye.
Bye.